Because in just under 3 hours from now, the champion of the 2012 Zonal Ospanawetan Champions will be decided between Mighty Brikama and Mighty Bakau. We are here this afternoon on Multisports to do a special build-up on that final because it is going to be a tempestuous final. It is going to be a cracker. It is going to be explosive. Give it all the adjectives. It is going to be a very, 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 very interesting final. With me in the studio, I have two of the country's rising and promising football pundits. We have Babukar Kamara. He's no stranger to Gambian sports. He is the sports editor of the Daily Observer. And on my left, I have Haji Drame. He is the anchorman at West Coast Radio Sports. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Murias Jallo.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Murias. It's good to be back.
Like I said, it is Super Saturday, and we all know what is happening today. All roads are leading to Serekunda Ismini Stadium, where it is the Super Cup, where it is Super Nawetan final between Brikama, the Satiba boys, versus Bakau, the big boys. It's already building to be a very interesting encounter. Haji.
Yeah, as you rightly mentioned, first of all, let's also greet our viewers outside who are at this moment watching GRTS. As you said, it's Super Saturday. We're not talking about the Premier League or the La Liga or the Sharia. We're talking about the Gambia Super Saturday, which is going to be a final between, which I call a Mandinka derby. It's between Brikama and Bakau. You can see these two teams are very in high spirit towards this final, which everybody is expecting to see that kind of maturity in the game that we're expecting to see today at the Serekunda East Park. I think, Morias, today we can call it any name that we want. It's definitely a big day as far as Gambian football is concerned. Yeah.
I think I will go one for and say it is a super weekend. Super weekend in a sense. From today, tomorrow is the opening game of the 2012-13 Gambian Premier League season, because the Super Cup final between the league and Cup winners also will be decided tomorrow. But yes, all eyes will be glued to the Serekunda Ismini Stadium today, where you have Bakau returning from a one-year suspension against all the odds to go all the way to the final. And what a cracking semi-final against Banjul. 4-1, none of us saw that coming. And also, it was raining like goals in the semi-final. Brikama also put 3 goals past Brufut in another semi-final in a West Coast region derby. So let's hope and see that we will see a gala of goals once again today when the game finally kicked off at 4:30 at the Serekunda Ismini Stadium.
Yeah, well, we have had them. It's all happening today, 4:30 at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Like you said, both sides. I'm really excited because I can't wait for the kickoff, you know. Actually, like you said, both sides qualified to the final in a dramatic fashion. Bakau crossing aside the City Boys Banjul by 4 goals to 1 in a one-sided encounter at the Serekunda Ismini Stadium. 24 hours later, Brikama also defeated Brufut, the debutants and the surprise package of the tournament by 3 goals to 1 at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. So the road to the final has been very, very interesting. So these are 2 informed teams going to the final. What is at stake today?
Well, what is at stake today? A lot is at stake, because Baka would want to prove that despite the fact that they've not competed in the last tournament, they want to make sure that they win this year's edition. While Brikama also would want to win the zonal championship. You know, they have fans. They're very, very passionate about the game of football. They've cried for a Super Cup title for a long time. Now I think it is a very, very good moment, a great opportunity for them to finally grab their hands on that coveted trophy. But it won't come easy. We are expecting an entertaining final. And like I said, we hope that goals will flow, will drop like rain today. You know, those semi-finals in 2 games. 5 the 4th day, the second day, 9 goals in 2 games. It's what we definitely want to see in Gambia football. Our problem is scoring. Gambians, you know, we are naturally talented. We produce a lot of chances. Look at that quarter-final game between Brufut and Serekunda East at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Serekunda is just, you know, they created goals for chances for fun, but could not capitalize on even a single of them. And then they were cruelly, I would say, knocked out in the post-match penalty shootout. Kudos to Brufut. They did well. It is good for Super Nawetan football. For the second season running, a debutant will go on to the semi-final. Let's hope that Brufut and Manja will be emulated by other teams like BEM, Serekunda Central. You know, I know we'll come all to all of that. You know, Serekunda Central also having gone the whole campaign last year without a point this year. At least they grab something. It's a positive thing to build on for the next season.
We'll be opening the lines very shortly because we want you out there to also have your say on this great final. So whether you're a Bakau fan, whether you're a Brikama fan, whether you are a neutral, living within or outside the Gambia, you can call later on in the program and tell us your view and tell us which team do you think is going to win, which team is going to win, whether it's going to be Bakau, whether it is going to be Brikama. Haji, history is at stake. Brikama, one of the powerhouse of Gambian football, is yet to win this coveted trophy. And they are now just 90 minutes away from doing that. Can they overcome Bakau? You are from Bakau, I know.
Yeah, actually I'm from Bakau, and to talk about the game itself, yesterday I was at the training ground watching the boys training with the leadership of their coach, Abdullah Bojang, who is well respected in Bakau as far as the grooming of talent is concerned in that community. But as you said, if you look at the pedigree that Bakau have had in this competition, that alone is a clear manifestation to that it's going to be a very entertaining game, because Brikama, as you mentioned, have never touched this trophy. And this year, they believe with the squad they have that play against Bruford, probably they're thinking that it's going to be a very easy ride for them. Because I listened to their coach, but he's a very ambitious guy. Because his message is that I'm going for it, and I've already won it, or win it. So that gives the courage to his players. But will that be the case in the 90-minute ball game? Because Bakau, what is in Bakau today is that we didn't play last year. But we come in this year to show to the Gambia that Bakau is the super house, or the super nation, when we're talking about football in Gambia, which no one can doubt about it, because last 2-3 years before going for that suspension, you can remember the play against Banjul. It was not a surprise beating Banjul at that margin on the semi-final to me, because the two finals that they won before going for suspension, if you can recall, one of the first, they went 2-2 with Banjul at the Serekunda East Park, and that game was scheduled again. When they replayed that game again, it was just a one way for Bakau. That was the last time we wanted to go. So the expectation in Bakau is that of in high spirit than the previous years, because Abdullah Bojan saying that this year coming without an experienced player. We all normally know when Bakau come for the Super Navitan competition, most of the time you see the big names, the Bearov, the Dembasanya, the Bayankuba Jambe known as Zua. But this time you can see the younger ones, Usman Mane, they are just grooming coming. So a lot is expected from these young chaps, and I think today we're expecting a very wonderful game.
Yes, okay. Very soon we will hear from both coaches, that is the Brikama coach and also the Bakau coach, very shortly. But before going to their interviews, Babukar, let's look at the composition of these two teams. Haji just started saying it. It's an experienced Brikama United coming up against a relatively inexperienced Bakau side.
You see, like the coaches, would like to say it, Gambian football is of the same standard. Okay? And to me, if you ask me, I don't think there is a favorite in this game coming. Because, you see, they did not have, the smooth route to the final, They also have the hiccups along the way in the group stages, Brikama and Bakau. They both struggle in some games. Okay? But as from a neutral point of view, you see, I am very, very excited about this game. I am very, very excited. And like he mentioned, the Brikama coach, John Dur, he already had a slogan for this championship. We have a slogan called Operation Win Zonals. Okay? You see, they are very, very confident. And when it comes to the fans, you see, both teams are well-supported teams. They are well followed. Brikama, wherever they are playing, go to Brikama United, the Brikama Zonal team, wherever they are playing, they will have their fans there. Yeah. And to me, if you ask me from a neutral point of view, I'm just excited about this game, and I don't think there is a favorite. Maybe where Bakau would have the upper hand is the technical bench, because when you look at the Brikama technical bench, they have Bakau rather, they have experienced personnel on that bench. Not only Abdullah Bojan, Keba Jasper Toure, who is also a coach of a 4th division team in Bakau United. These are two experienced people coming up together to form the Bakau technical team. So maybe there they will have the upper hand.
We will come to assess the two teams and see where the game might be won. You understand? But for the benefit of our viewers, you can also send in text messages on 3821532. If you want, text us and tell us your view or how do you expect the final to turn out today. You can send it on 3821532. Later on,